So many reasons too. I want to be Miss America mainly because I think it's the ultimate avenue to impact the most amount of lives in 365 days. You know, it's a really non-traditional job that it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. And with my social impact initiative, I think I would get to be in the most amount of schools being Miss America and really get to, you know, impact the most amount of people. Yeah, my social impact initiative is called Cyber Smarts, Protecting Yourself in the Digital World, and it's all about digital media, social media, online safety, which is really, really important to me. Social media is the communication of today's age, regardless of your age or demographic or socioeconomic status. Social media is extremely important. So when I was about 12, 13 years old, I was already 6 feet tall, and I was extremely bullied. And that experience didn't stop even through college. It just transferred to an online platform. And like I was kind of talking to you about earlier, I played college basketball, and I remember in college, we were playing the defending national champions on their floor. It was a heated moment, very, tight game to the very, very end. And we ended up winning, which was amazing. It was the highest high of my college career. And ended up coming back on the bus, looking at my phone and checking Facebook. And someone had found my personal account and targeted me online and actually threatened my life. And that moment was a huge wake-up call to me. Number one, how did they even find me online? And number two, how did they get access to this personal information? And it kind of gave me a wider scope to this greater problem, which is online safety and privacy. And so what I do is I go into schools predominantly and talk to students, parents, and educators about how to stay safe online. And what I love to do is I love to debrief those specific social media apps that we know and love so much and we use every single day. I get into the nitty-gritty of those apps and really let people know what they need to know. But I have some national partners as well. One of them is the NCMEC, which is a national organization, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. They have a program called NetSmarts that is a curriculum that anybody can use when they go online, and it's really easily accessible for families, for parents, for students and teachers, and it really talks about online safety. And so between them and another local nonprofit in Omaha, Nebraska called Smart Gen Society, I've created my own curriculum called Cyber Smarts that I take into schools and really get specific with the apps and let people know what they need to know. So the biggest thing that I like to say or talk about, the biggest thing that I like to talk about is authenticity, because I want to encourage people to be authentic online, but that doesn't come without being safe. And I think that's the missing talking point in all of this, because really we're seeing social media drive culture, which is a huge issue, regardless if you're talking about family dynamics, education, politics, but the safety piece of that is huge because everyone is an online user. If probably everybody in this room, everybody watching, everybody back home has a cell phone, and I doubt there's a day that you don't go on the internet, right? And so the thing that we needed to be talking about is safety, because it connects to so many things like cyberbullying, your everyday life, your personal privacy, and even things like human trafficking, which are massive issues in this country. It starts online and with online safety. So my older sister, Megan, was actually a former Miss Nebraska, and we're the first two sisters ever in Nebraska history to achieve this. And so she's really been a mentor for me in this whole world of Miss America, because beforehand, I never did pageants. I was not that kind of girl, not that I wasn't that kind of girl, I just was an athlete, and that was kind of my identity. I did athletics and music, and I didn't have time for really anything else between other extracurricular activities. So now when I decided to actually participate in the Miss America organization, Megan really took me under her wing and helped me, learn this whole process. But becoming Miss Nebraska, I really made it my own, and my sister and I, she's my biggest mentor and my biggest influence, but at the same time, we're very different as well, and we have different social impact initiatives, which is awesome because we were able to, or I am currently able to impact different people than my sister did. So I think the biggest thing that I want to leave people, whether I'm doing a presentation or whether I'm just talking to somebody in a coffee shop, is just to have them be more empowered and more self-confident. Because regardless if you're 6'2" like I am, or you might be born 5 feet tall, or regardless of the color of your skin, I think confidence is the most important thing, because if you believe in yourself, it doesn't matter what avenue you pursue, I believe you're going to be successful.